Hello, cooks. Welcome to Cooking with Roz. Adding this meat grinder to my arsenal of kitchen tools has been one of the best investments that I have made. I have really been enjoying grounding meat up. For this video, I am making ground pork. And I have, this is a pork roast. This particular one, I didn't realize it had the bone in it because the ones I used previously did not have a bone in it. They were just pork shoulder roast, boneless. But that's okay. What I'm doing is I cut the meat off the bone and I'm cutting it into pieces, into chunks that I can put down into the meat grinder. I'm going to store this pork bone in the freezer and use it at a later date in maybe some soup or whatever I can think of to use a pork bone for. Here I'm cutting the meat into chunks that I can put down into the meat grinder. I didn't realize that I didn't have the video my camera position to show, the entire meat grinder. So you can't see where I'm actually putting it down into the tube. I apologize for that, and I'll make sure that that doesn't happen again. But there's a flute, a tube that you just put the chunks of meat down into, and there's a little plastic tool that you use that you can push it down if you need to. And it's really fast. I mean, it didn't take me any time at all to ground up this meat. Now, what I'm going to do with this batch of ground pork is to just separate it into small portions and wrap it in freezer paper and store it in the freezer. I've already made 3 batches of breakfast sausage, so I don't need to make any more of that. So this ground pork will just be available whenever I have a recipe that calls for ground pork. I can use these little pork portions in, if I want to add some pork to a meatloaf or to some meatballs. Or I could just make some pork patties. I made some homemade egg rolls about a week ago, and the recipe called for some ground pork. So if you want to do something like that, you'll have you some ground pork on hand. This is really a great tool, and I would recommend every kitchen having a meat grinder. I have yet to make some ground beef, but that is next on my list. I did ground some chicken from chicken breast, and boy, was it wonderful. I made some delicious chicken patties that my husband just raved about. I will have to share that recipe with you on another video for the ground chicken patties. I no longer have to hunt for ground chicken in the supermarket because it's not always there. And I can make my own breakfast sausage, putting whatever seasonings I want to put in it. And I know exactly what is in it. And that's it. Very easy, very quick. And I'm just going to store this in the freezer. And whenever I need some ground pork, I can just pull out one of these packages or two or however many I need. And there we go. I hope you've enjoyed this video. And if you don't already have a meat grinder, I do recommend getting one. You will absolutely love it. I mean, you can ground your own beef, just any kind of meat you want to grind, you can do it. You might want to ground up a T-bone or a ribeye, or even some tenderloin, to make you some beef patties, Just imagine, I mean, and you'll know exactly what's going into your ground beef, There won't be any additives and all of that stuff, So anyway, happy cooking.